o'clock news with the ABC Network. I'm Grace, and I'm with Robyn covering the top news for this evening.
Today we're going to be covering the story of the Lowell factory girls. In 1814, businessman Francis Cabot Lowell formed a company, the Boston Manufacturing Company, and built a textile mill next to the Charles River in Waltham, Massachusetts.
Waltham Mill was the first integrated mill in the United States, transforming raw cotton into cotton cloth in one building. While Lowell died 3 years later, his operation was quite successful, and his business partners looked to replicate their success on a larger scale.
Merrimack Manufacturing Company purchased the land by Pawtucket Falls in 1822 and made a separate town for manufacturing, which became Lowell in 1826.
In the next 20 years, 10 textile corporations opened 23 mills in the city. By 1840, the mills had over 8,000 employees, of which 80% were women between the ages 16 to 35.
Now we're going to move on to the breaking news topic of child labor, and we're going to interview someone who's actually working at the Lowell factory.
Names?
Elizabeth Bentley.
Veronica Corningstone.
How old are you guys?
I'm 16.
I'm 18.
When did you guys start working here?
I started when I was 5.
6.
What mill do you work at?
The Lowell factory mill.
The same one.
What kind of factory is it?
It's a textile mill.
Actually, it's a flax mill.
Actually, we sew pillows, so it's a textile mill.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
You don't know what you're talking about.
What do you guys
gone
do?
to your brain.
What do you guys do at the factory?
We sew pillows.
I'm
And
assuming
stuff.
the same?
Yeah.
He's a doffer.
Ah. What are your hours of labor here?
I start at 6 and I go until 6.
5 to 9.
What time are you guys allowed to eat?
We have about 10 minutes at noon to eat.
I'm assuming the same for you? What are the conditions that you guys eat at? Please explain.
When we eat, there's a lot of dust on our food, and it's so unappetizing that we can barely choke it down. And then we get beaten.
Sometimes we just give the food to the pigs.
What did you guys have for dinner?
I didn't have anything for dinner. I'm so hungry.
I had pig excrement.
What time did you guys wake up this morning?
I got up at 4 a.m.
I got up at 2.
What time did you guys begin work?
I began at 5 a.m.
Same time.
What happens if you guys are late?
Sometimes I get dunked in a vat of water, or I get beaten with a belt.
Waterboarded.
How much do you guys make in a day?
About a penny an hour.
A penny for the whole day.
He likes me better.
Were you ever beaten for being late?
Absolutely, almost every single day.
Waterboarded.
I heard there's an interesting story about your hair. Can you explain?
I was working, and my hair got caught in the machines. Nobody helped me as I screamed.
Now he's bald.
Oh, okay. And what about your health?
I have bronchitis and tuberculosis, and I can't afford medical help, so I'm just going to slowly die when I'm 21, approximately.
It's horrible. Well, this has been an interview with 2 little factory girls. Back to you guys at the desk.
Welcome back. We've just seen the devastating effects of childhood labor. The Lowell factory girls work long hours, 6 days a week, and in horrible, inhumane conditions.
In response to the unfair labor conditions, some workers, like the Lowell girls, are fighting back.
The beginnings of unionism. These protests represent a change in the American way of life. Workers are starting to fight for their rights through organized protests.
We went to the scene of the Lowell girls' picket line to get the inside scoop on the union protest.
An injury to one is an injury to all.
The longer the picket line, the shorter the strike.
Hi guys, we're from ABC News. We're wondering, what is this picket for?
We're factory workers, and we're fed up of working long hours for low pay.
What is the goal here?
We're joining together and banding so that we can get more rights in the factories and get better treated conditions.
Do you guys want more pay as well?
More pay and no more waterboarding.
And less hours.
Less hours? Okay, how long do you guys expect this to go on for?
As long as it takes to get our rights.
Okay, well you heard it here first, folks. Now, back to you guys at the desk.
Welcome back. When the Industrial Revolution hit America and factories became prominent, women and children lost their roles in the cult of domesticity.
Replaced by factory workers, these former household workers now toil in factories in terrible conditions with low pay.
However, workers are fighting back. The labor movement has begun, and now that Americans are fighting for their rights in the workplace, times will change.
Congress is working on a Factory Act, which will prohibit children under 9 years old working in textile factories and limit people under 18 to a 12-hour-a-day workday.
This has been ABC News on your presentation of breaking news about the Lowell Factory Girls.
Good evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow. What time did you begin working at the factory?
I started when I was 5 years old.
3.
Okay, you can't. I can't do this. Picket line to get the inside scoop on the time projects. I don't know why.
Okay, let's start that from the top.
An injury to one is an injury to all.
The longer the picket
Pecking at your door till I get your pay.
Smile.
I'm gonna starve everybody will, 'cause you can't make
Wait.
living at a cotton mill.